Fear rarely arrives as noise. Most of the time, it arrives as thought. A hesitation, a scene imagined too early, a tension in the chest, a reason to wait. And because it feels ordinary, it goes unquestioned. You call it caution, preparation, realism. But sometimes it is only fear speaking with a clever voice. Something inside you imagines pain and begins obeying pain before it exists. That is the subtle power of fear. It can guide a life without ever being named. You do not need chains if anticipation can imprison you. And maybe the real question is not, what am I afraid of? Maybe it is, who would I be without fear? The Indian sages saw something precise. Fear survives through identification. When you believe you are only the image, you fear rejection. When you believe you are only the body, you fear time. When you believe you are only success, you fear failure. When you believe you are only what others think, you fear their silence. The mind builds identities, titles, stories, masks, roles, then spends years defending what it invented. This is why some people achieve everything and remain afraid. They gained more walls, not more freedom. The Upanishads declared something radical. Where there is duality, there is fear. The moment life becomes me against the world, tension begins. But what you truly are cannot be reduced to what changes. Beneath many fears, there is one fear wearing many faces. The fear of ending. Not only physical death, but the death of identity, certainty, control, expectation. Every loss feels intense, because the mind reads change as disappearance. Yet Indian wisdom returned again and again to one insight. What dies is form, not essence. The child disappeared. Old beliefs disappeared. Many fears disappeared. But something remained. The fact of being aware. Maybe death frightens the mind, because the mind can only think in forms. It trembles before mystery, because mystery cannot be controlled. This is why fighting fear directly often strengthens it. You resist, it grows important. You suppress, it returns disguised. You run, it follows internally. The sages suggested another movement. Witness it. Feel the body tighten. Notice the story forming. Observe the urge to escape. And remain present. Because fear needs unconscious participation. Awareness interrupts the contract. the moment you see clearly. This is fear moving through me. Something separates. You are no longer identical to the wave. You become the space in which the wave appears. A wave can shake the surface, but it cannot damage the ocean. And once you begin to see fear this way, you notice how many choices were never choices. The words you did not say, the path you did not take, the love you reduced to caution, the truth you postponed. Fear rarely says stop. It whispers, later. And years can disappear inside that word. This is why some lives look safe, but feel strangely unlived. Everything protected, very little touched. Krishnamurti pointed to another route. Fear is often time. Something that happened yesterday, or something imagined tomorrow. Very rarely this moment itself. So when you pause, even briefly, you interrupt an ancient habit. You feel the reaction, but do not become it. Each time fear is seen clearly, it loses a little of its authority. Not all at once, but enough. Enough to speak. Enough to begin. Enough to live less imprisoned. And after enough moments like this, you notice something unexpected. Fear was not only limiting action, it was shaping perception. Same street, same room, same day, different reality. When fear softens, life does not always change immediately. But what you are able to see does. Fear contracts energy. Attention narrows. Possibility disappears. When fear loosens, another frequency appears. More lucid, more open, more available to life. And maybe freedom begins there. Not when life becomes safe, but when you stop needing safety to live. Fear may still knock. Let it. You now know. The house is larger than the visitor. Axis Soul.